What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you saw the title and the thumbnail. So this is this or that, as I like to call it, because I get it in the comments all the time. And these are 10 total, but 5 particular scent profiles that get asked all the time. Which one do you like more? Which one do you suggest? Which one do you recommend? So instead of doing individual videos on all of them, I figured these 5 we could do and potentially do another part in the future and so on, because there's a lot of clones where this takes place. So the video's not too long. I figured we'd do 5. We've got the Le Beau Paradise Garden DNA. We've got the Altair DNA. We've got the Blue Talisman DNA. We've got the, what else did I grab? The Yum Pistachio Gelato DNA. And we have Pacific Chill. So 5 that are very popular. I like all 10 of the inspired fragrances involved, but there's a clear preferred option for each of them. So let's dive into them and why. There's gonna be links down below for all of them if you want to check them out, because at the end of the day, all 10 are good, but I do prefer one more than the other for each of the 5 DNAs. So let's get into it. But before we dive into today's video, I don't know if you've heard, but my newest fragrance with Zaharoff is now officially out for pre-sale. To recording this, Sunkissed Island. Greetings from Sunkissed Island. If you want to check out the full video down below, it is in the video description box, as well as a link to the Zaharoff site where you can grab my new fragrance, Justin's new fragrance, Seamless Soul, or the Nigerian giant Omos from WWE, better known in the fragrance world as the Giant Connoisseur, Ibere, his new release. A complete collection of incredible fragrances that everyone that gets them I know will be quite happy. Like I said, they're available pre-sale right now. Check them out if you're interested while supplies last. And let's get into this video. Now then, let's start with Le Beau Paradise Garden. So this Lattafa Najdia Intense, or that Rasasi Hawas Tropical. I think based on which one I talk about more, you could probably guess I'm a Hawas Tropical guy. Now, if you're looking for a more accurate depiction, both in the synthetic quality and nature of Le Beau Paradise Garden and the more accurate green, slight coconut, a little heavy on the earthiness of the ginger. It's a more raw ginger smell than just some heavy spice, a little watery aquatic. Like, all the elements of Paradise Garden are indeed here. And it does perform really well, and it is the cheaper of the two. So it checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. It is really good. But superior performance, I find, smoother than the original and the Lattafa fragrance. A little bit different, slight variation to the DNA. I find it's got a little bit more of a coconut hit and a bigger hit of ginger, even though they don't list coconut in any of the aforementioned fragrances. Coconut's part of the DNA for Le Beau as a whole, so even if they don't list it, doesn't mean it's not there. I think this one in particular is just better. Honestly, prefer it to the original. One of the few handful, maybe a little over a handful, inspired fragrances in this world where I actually prefer to the original this. So when it's coming to which one's worth your money, really, they're both great. It depends on what you want. But if I'm picking one, it's Hawas Tropical. Now with the Yum Pistachio Gelato DNA, I actually did an individual video on this in the past, but some of you may not have seen it. Not every video has everybody seen the video. That's just how it works. Everybody picks what they want to pick when they get on YouTube and so on and so forth. But Paris Corner's Khair Pistachio, Lattafa's Affection. Which one? So I find Affection's a little creamier, a little smoother. Probably a touch more accurate to actual pistachio gelato. Great performer, very affordable. Khair Pistachio, a little bit of a twist, a bit brighter, a bit minty, fresh comparatively. This one I find has a bit more going on, whereas Affection's a more simplified, straightforward. We're going for Yum Pistachio Gelato, whereas here, I feel like it's a little bit more of a twist. It's brighter, it's a bit more airy, and just strong aromatic nature in the opening. You get more of that whipped cream, cotton candy-like sweetness to this one, versus you're going to get a little bit more of the pistachio gelato side of things. Like I said, a little bit more creaminess and thickness out of this fragrance. They're both actually really good. It depends on what you prefer. I know a lot of people kind of prefer this one, but for me, it's a Khair Pistachio type of day for me, because I don't know, it's fun, it's bright, it's fresh, It's sweet, it's boozy, it's minty. There's spices to it. It's powdery. It's just all the elements. It's fun. It's a fun fragrance. I love to smell it. It'll put a smile on your face. At least it will for me, you know. It's a fun fragrance. It's definitely on the feminine side. So fellas know that going into it. But if you just want a fun fragrance that smells really good, if you're looking for Pistachio Gelato inspiration, they're both good. But for me, Khair Pistachio. You'll notice with these, they're actually pretty tough to decide between the two. It's minor marginal differences that make me like one more than the other. So we're talking Blue Talisman. So I had Taj Blue, Taj 2 from Fragrance World, and I thought that was a terrible representation of Blue Talisman. So I was seeking further beyond. And then I came across Lattafa's Art of Universe. This, and I was super happy with this, and I still am. It's really good. Then came that, this or that, Turathi Electric from Afnan. Well, this is a little bit smoother. They kind of both nail down pretty much the same elements. The fresh fruitiness without being sweet, a little bit green, musky, very, very fresh daily wear. It's a nice woody backbone to this one in the dry down. They both accomplish being similar to, but not exactly like Blue Talisman. They both perform really well. They both cost pretty low. But I got to give the edge to Afnan. I find the quality of their oils to be slightly better. I think it's a little bit smoother overall, with performance and scent profile pretty much being what and what. It comes down to the most minor of things. Neither have the coolest bottle. So, I mean, that would be irrelevant anyway. You're not walking around with the bottle on your shirt all day. You're spraying the fragrance, right? So while if you have this, you 100% don't need that. I'm still going with that. A little bit smoother, a little bit better because of it. But all in all, this is probably the most difficult one of the bunch. But for Blue Talisman, I'm going Turathi Electric. So, Pacific Chills DNA. This, Lucianno Coastal Breeze, or that, Afnan Rare Reef. Some of you probably already know. But I literally wore this 3 nights ago. I still wear this just as much as I wear this. If you want more accurate, but smells like the cheaper version of Pacific Chill, you probably want Coastal Breeze. It's pretty much the same profile, just a cheaper smelling version. It smells like a cheaper clone. Still it's not a bad thing. I don't say it in a negative manner, but it smells like a cheaper clone of Pacific Chill. Because it is. It smells like what it is. It's really good for what it is. Then we go back to the quality of the oils of Afnan. A little bit of twist, much richer, way, way better performance. This is an extrait. The apricot is just strong and fruity, very watery, aquatic, a little green, spicy hint hanging in the background. Just that super citrus. It's super citrus the way the citron goes with that fruity apricot. This is just my favorite affordable release of the year. You should, those of you that watch on a regular basis know this was going to be the one. I just love and adore this fragrance. I haven't wore actual Pacific Chill, and I couldn't tell you how long. I was wearing this more. And then when I got this, I'm wearing it just as much, but I actually wear the clones more. I have the original, and I wear the clones more often. I don't know why. Couldn't even begin to tell you what psychological reason I could make an excuse for on that. I don't know. The original's better. Actual Pacific Chill's better, but it's crazy expensive comparatively. So when it comes down to this or that, Rare Reef, 10 out of 10 times. And the last of the bunch, the Altair DNA. This is a difficult one. And there's a lot of good ones out there, but I think these are probably the 2 best ones, the 2 that get the most love. This, being Fragrance World's French Avenue Liquid Brun, came out first. Clone of the year in 2024, probably the biggest hype beast clone of 2024. Or that, Khadlaj Island Vanilla Dunes. Gorgeous bottle, great atomizer, a more woodsy take. This one's more creamy vanilla, this one's more woodsy and touch more spice. They both have a different balancing element of Altair, but they're both clearly Parfums de Marly Altair inspirations. So it comes down to, do you want more creamy vanilla? Do you want more of the woods and the spices? You get about just as much citrus and orange blossom. They're both beasts. They're both really affordable. This one's tough. It really is tough. I do lean to Liquid Brun. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Vanilla Dunes didn't come in and sweep it and just be like so much better to where it's like, if you already have this, because it came out first, if you have this, you sure as hell don't need this. If you don't have either one and you do, like maybe you have this, let's go this route. Let's say you have this and maybe it's a little too much vanilla for you. And you're like, I like it, maybe not as much as other people. You know, it's just a little too much vanilla for me. This probably has the better balance for you. This is a little bit more woodsy and spicy. The vanilla is not over the top creamy. It's honestly a touch more powdery than Liquid Brun. This is gorgeous too. Gorgeous fragrance in its own right. I recommend both of them, but that's because there's differences where I can say, well, if this is more your style, you'll like this one more. If you like more creamy vanilla in this instance, it's this one. So when it comes down to this or that, it's this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This was the first love, and it still works the best for me. It's the strongest one. I do love some good creamy vanilla. For me, Liquid Brun. Well, that was the 5. If you'd be interested in seeing a part 2, part 3, if you want me to create this as a ongoing series from time to time, we can revisit. Because there's so many scent profiles I could do this with. This is kind of a testing the waters type of thing. I know it should do okay. I mean, we'll see. But again, you can't go wrong with any of those. That's why I tried to give you the differences that I find between the two. And sometimes it gets done better with the second release. Sometimes you stick with the first one. You know, it all depends. But for me, that was my choices between this and that. So there's links down below if you want to check any of them out. Thanks for hanging with me for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave. And we'll see you on the next one.